how should I say it? It felt like lapping out of a dog bowl. We're here at AMC Theaters for a hot dog and a movie, but the hot dog is going to be what we're recording here because it's illegal to record in a movie theater. And this isn't the movie hunting, this is hot dog hunting. Now, this is a hot dog that's very strange because nobody goes out of their way to get an AMC Theaters hot dog. This is the hot dog you get when you get to the theater and you go, holy shit, I'm hungry. I can't sit for 2.5 hours being this hungry, and popcorn's just not gonna do it. So low expectations, but high prices. And I've had this hot dog before. I bought the meal deal, which is 2 hot dogs and a drink for about $25, something like that. We're not gonna do that today. We're just going straight dog, have to double check the price. That's gonna factor into the review. But why is it that most of the places that have the most expensive dogs outside of restaurants, they're the worst dogs? So ball games, events, things like that. Is that gonna be true for this dog, or will it surpass expectations? Let's see. How's it going? Can I get a hot dog and a large drink?
Hot dog and a large drink, you got it? Any other snacks, drinks, thank you?
No, that'll be it. And I think the drink will be free for my birthday.
So we need a hot dog and a drink. It's gonna be $8.94. You want like any ketchup, mustard, lettuce,
Yeah, I'll take everything that you got. You got my favorite, freestyle. Got the free drink for my birthday. That is a plus. They do that all month, your birthday month. That's pretty heavy. They just opened, which bodes well for the quality of the hot dog. It won't be sitting there for all day. Hopefully they're making it fresh to order. This could change things. I think I see it. I think I see it getting prepared. By prepared, I mean put in a cardboard box. 7768, the hot dogs. Thank you very much.
And then just a heads up for any filming, we do not allow it in public areas.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna take it back to the car. They're on to me. We're gonna sit here at MacGuffin's. MacGuffin's is sadly closed, no beer with lunch, but I think this is gonna be a good place to set up here. All right, here we have it in the nice box. Oddly, this hot dog took longer than any other hot dog at any restaurant we've had so far. Now, they did just open up. It is Mandalorian and Grogu Day, so I get it. But you'd think they'd be ready stocked with some hot dogs. But like I said before, I'm excited because this could be an incredibly fresh hot dog. Compared to sometimes in the past, I have gotten some stinkers here because they've just been obviously sitting out. So here we have it in the tin foil. And let's get a good look there. Now we're gonna have to dress this ourselves, which, you know, I kind of like when they can do it because then you don't have the packets, you have bottles where you can get a nice swirl on it. But right from the get-go, the bun is feeling really soft. Last time I was here, half the bun was really hard and stale, so I was a little worried about that. But we gotta dress this thing. So let me take you on the journey as I dress it. Now, I went with every condiment they have because that seems fair to me. I don't think they gave me enough condiments, so that's kind of part of the experience as well. See, this, you have to do, okay. When you're in the movie theater dressing this thing and it's on your lap and it's not solid and it's weird and you're scared and it's dark, this really sucks. Luckily, I'm on the table, so I can put this on pretty nicely and evenly with what you saw was my style. But that's one big problem I've had with these. And then I'm worried about getting mustard on my shirt. Maybe I'm wearing a cute shirt to look cute at the movies. Let's continue on dressing. So as you see, what I do is I slide it along. This is probably what everybody does, and I've actually never done this before, but I slide it along, and that gets it nice and coated. We're going with their relish too. And one thing that might be a controversial pick, but I quite enjoy it, is mayonnaise on the hot dog. You'll typically see this a lot on the LA street style dogs. And I think it's good, but there's way more mayonnaise in the packet than there is ketchup or mustard, which is really weird to me. So how do you think I did? How did I dress it? I think pretty good, maybe a little heavy on the mayo, but that's all part of it. Let's just get that first bite in. I'm actually starting to get hungry now. I had a meal before this. I knew this wouldn't be a big enough meal and I didn't want to risk having 2 hot dogs for what would be $16. This was $8.08, so it's a little on the pricey side. Not insane. They could get away with selling it for $12, and I don't say that because it's deserving of that price, but just you're locked in here. You're gonna eat what they tell you to eat. So if it's 12, you're gonna buy it if you're that hungry. But let's get into first bite. Okay, I'm actually really like that bite. The meat is king here. And one thing is the dog really fills the bun, as you can see there. So you're definitely tasting the meat and you're getting bun as a side thing. Some of the other hot dogs I've had, the hot dog itself is slighter than the bun, which is room for toppings, which is great. But this being just a naked dog, they kind of, hey, you're gonna get the dog naked, is gonna be more than enough, toppings are just extra. So really good bite. The bite was super salty in the great classic hot dog way. Felt pretty high quality, but we gotta do the tip test. That was actually a pretty epic tip test. Very juicy. Like, I can straight up taste the meat. How should I say it? It felt like lapping out of a dog bowl. You're just getting full on liquid, hot dog liquid in your mouth. Wow, this is actually really tasty. Probably the tastiest AMC dog I've ever had, and just overall really good. Ooh, it's so salty, you definitely need a drink with it. It's not even a knock on it though. And I almost want to tip test it again, just for the experience, not because it's a test. This is just a tip taste. And it's still hitting, wow. Actually, like, I'm chewing and biting it so fast because it's so good, but then in the moment I'm regretting it because I want to savor. It's really good on its own, and the condiments are just kind of adding a little bit to it, but they're not taking away from the flavor of the dog. I don't know if that's just by design. Like I said, it's a naked dog. They're saying this is just it. Put whatever you want on it, but it's not designed for that. So I do like to have some condiments on it. I would not suggest having this hot dog without anything on it, just because it gives a little bit of the wetness. I mean, the dog is like super moist and whatnot, but you do want a little bit of ketchup or mustard or something to cut through into the bun as well. Okay, this is kind of on me, but the last bite doesn't have any meat in it, which sucks. Just the way I took the second to last, this penultimate bite, it sucked up all the meat, so I had extra meat on that bite. But now, like, the last bite's kind of underwhelming. You want some meat in the last bite. This is kind of sad, but the bun is at least pretty good. Okay, let's talk numbers. This is an interesting one. I was completely surprised, but let's get into it with the bun. The bun, like I've said, I've had issues with the AMC hot dog bun in the past where it has been stale. No idea how they store them, what's going on back there. I used to work for AMC, but this was probably 20 years ago. I know the processes are completely different, but this was not a stale bun. Was it a good time to come right when they opened so everything was fresh? I don't know. You know, I imagine they might make a bunch of hot dogs later in the day, have them sitting there in the bun, and, you know, just air's getting to it and it's gonna get stale, or maybe it's old product. But this bun was solid, soft, dense enough to hold everything. So, I mean, it was nothing special, but it was pretty damn good. So I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Almost a 6, just it didn't quite wow me. Actually, you know what, I'll go with the 6. I'll take it back, it's a 6 bun. Could they get better? Yeah, when they get more specialty or they do something interesting with the bun. But this was solid, maybe even better than solid. So 6 on the bun, when I was really expecting to give it maybe a 2 based off past experiences. So AMC, the A is for A+. The meat, man, that meat was good. I often go to the grocery store looking for a good hot dog to cook for myself, and they're always so small and thin. This thing was a chonker. It was heavy. I'd say size does matter, and this hot dog proved it. The meat, I gotta give an 8. Like, there's other factors you could put in, like a split grilled dog and other things like that, but just for like a straight up classic hot dog, you want it that salty, that juicy. Oh gosh, it was really good. And you know what's kind of the key is when you want another one, but you don't think you can handle another one. That's when it's good because it's meaty, it's salty, and you're like, oh man, if I bought another one, I'd probably eat half of it and power through the next half because it's rich. So 8 on the dog itself. Toppings, this is where it struggles a little bit. It's hard to give this any good rating for toppings because you just have Kraft and Heinz packets. Sure, you can customize it yourself, but like I said, at AMC, just the ambiance and how you're usually eating the hot dog, it's not a great system. There's maybe not a better system. They used to do the pump things where you'd hold the dog. Oh, there it is. They used to do the pump things where you'd hold the dog under, and I think that's a better system, but I understand why they don't use it. Those things get moldy and dirty. They were awful to clean, especially the mustard one. You'd literally get like skin rashes from dealing with, cleaning it, and you just get this plume of gas, mustard gas, really. It was worse than World War I for many. But I'm also glad they don't do like a street style dog or like, Chicago style dog and try, because they would just fail. They don't have the infrastructure to do that. But you don't get points for something you shouldn't have done that you didn't do. So I'm gonna give the toppings a 0. Actually, no, let's go with a 1, because a 0 would be they didn't give any packets at all. But they had, 4 of the packets. You could get jalapenos for an additional cost and put it on the dog. I didn't want to do that because it's additional cost, and I think that's getting into like specific hot dog territory. So 1, it kind of sucks that they lose out on that, but honestly, I don't think it overshadows the dog. So let's go with the bite. I think that's what I've been calling it. The overall bite. Overall bite, I mean, just so solid, so good. It's hard to say that that's not what a hot dog should be. They can get more gourmet, they can have more care put into them, but that's not really what we're always expecting with a hot dog. We just want frickin' a dirty dog, and this is a dirty dog. So overall bite was an 8. With all the condiments on there, it was perfect. The dog was so salty, and the bun just kind of enriched everything with how soft it was. This was a surprisingly great hot dog experience that I was not expecting. I was dreading going here. I knew I had to, because it was like, you can get, AMC is everywhere, so everybody can go on this journey too and try one yourself. But, they're not good, and they are a little expensive at $8. But even $8 is not so bad. I prefer it to a Five Guys, which is a little bit more expensive, or maybe around the same price for the standard hot dog. So, yeah, this was great. Will I be rushing to have a hot dog here again? That's the only problem, is probably not, because setting, I'm here at MacGuffin's alone. They're not even open. It's not really a restaurant setting. You're having a hot dog because you're in a rush. So I'm not gonna get a hot dog here again, but I'm not gonna be as terrified next time when I get a hot dog here. I'll have hope that this can be a good experience. So this was awesome. All right, so that was AMC Theaters hot dog. This shot doesn't look as good as I wanted it to, but great outing. I'm excited to see the movie now with a full tummy, a free soda. Everything was hitting. So yeah, next time you're at AMC, don't be afraid of the dog, but maybe come here right when they open and you might have a better experience. I'll see you guys at the next time, and if you want my ripped Mandalorian Grogu, I'll be filming it on my GoPro and selling it online.